There we go. There you go. So we'll wait for a little bit. And it's live, right? Now we're on live TV. And so we kind of, it'll, like there's no one there. You can see when people are up.
It's not showing anybody up yet.
Yeah, and that's okay. We'll start it probably before anyone's there. A lot of times it's me.
Oh, there we go. It says it's live now. There we go.
Yeah. And so sometimes, those of you who will watch this later, we have Sean here with us today, and he's filming us. And he's just going to hold the camera and smile while I talk with him a little bit and try to make him smile a little bit more. So we're going to be doing our live video today here with Sean in the office. We have our stats for you. And we're just waiting a little bit. And we're sitting around.
Giving it a minute.
Carrie.
It's my first live. Hi, guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah. So I'm Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound with the wonderful
Carrie Melpolder, also with the Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound.
We're bringing to our Kitsap County weekly housing stats for the week of August 10th through August 16th. And we have some fun news today. So what we haven't talked about this yet, Carrie. Usually you guys are going to see this little behind the scenes stuff today.
That's good.
Yeah. Usually Joey and I talk about what we're going to talk about before we get on live camera.
And we talked about everything else.
Yeah. We're going to do it on camera today. And one of the things we're going to talk about, we're going to go over the stats.
Right.
And then we're going to talk about the main things that we ran into out in the field with clients.
Okay.
Okay. And you and I worked a lot together this week.
It's been a busy week.
It has been very
busy week.
And what would you say, without disclosing obviously any confidential information,
Okay.
are some of the big things that would be good for the public to know?
Oh, gee. Inspections.
Inspections are a big one, so let's get inspections today.
Yeah.
Let's just make some notes for us.
Let's talk about
We're
inspections.
going to talk about inspections.
I'm sorry it's wet.
That's all right. I think also Joey and I had an issue with seller delays.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just write that. We'll just leave it to 2 topics today, because otherwise it turns into a 20-30-minute long live session.
As fun as that would be.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about inspections, and I'm going to write this too. You and I have to talk about this, but we talk about it. I'm anticipating, as you know,
Lawsuits.
major lawsuits in the future coming up. I think we're going to have a lawsuit factory. It's just going to be lawsuit everywhere. So we're going to get to that in a bit. So let's do stats, and we'll get through our stats real quick. And these are always fun. Hey, if you can make stats fun, that's a skill, man.
Is it?
That's a skill.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Come on, bring it.
Game on.
All right.
New listings.
Fun stat.
106 new listings this week. Whoa.
Not bad.
All right. They've been steady. It was 102 last week, 106 this week. So, still good. We wanted to see it higher. If you're a seller, get your house on market. I would not wait. We just did a video on FOMO, fear of missing out. If you're a seller, I would have some FOMO right now. I would be having fear of missing out on this market. I'd get off my tail, and I'd get my house on market, and I'd stop procrastinating, and I'd get popping.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's been like 8 months of these super high prices. The market's been hot this whole time, and
Right, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate. But Carrie, everyone says the market's fine. It's just gonna keep going up.
can it forever?
Right.
You know. So
Yeah.
Get in on it.
One of my mentor's favorite sayings is, "All parties end."
it's a fact.
All parties end, and that hangover's gonna suck. This hangover's gonna suck, man. All right.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, baby. Okay, here we go. Back on market, 14. Okay, here's the one I've been waiting for all week. This price reduced. Remember this last week? I went kind of crazy last week.
Yes, you did.
This price reduced. Last week was 51. I'm like, oh, holy smokes, what's it going to be this week? Okay.
Surprise.
It's only 28. But that's a hell of a lot of homes with price reductions, folks. That's still high. Still too high. Still too high.
It is still too high.
Yeah, so, like, only 28 is like, for goodness sake, guys, it's 28. Let's price reductions. Here's the thing. Statistically, the market's still strong. We have low inventory, interest rates are low still, job market is still strong. Remember the three things you need for a strong housing market? Housing market is dependent on three things, okay? Interest rates, inventory, job stability. All three of those are strong right now. At any point that any one of those things shift, we've got trouble. The thing is we're like, we're not seeing any one of those things, those three things horrifically shift in a way that's making anybody obviously go, oh, we got problems, we got storm on the horizon. But in my opinion, we are seeing some things where the mortar's starting to chip and get dusty and starting to, we're seeing some cracks, maybe, I would say.
Starting to, maybe.
What are some cracks that we maybe are starting to see?
Well, when you start seeing price reductions like that.
Like 51 and 28?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, what about some in the field, some things we're seeing? And I think this is what people are missing out on. You talk to the economists, they write these articles on MSN.com and, Yahoo Finance and stuff, and they're saying, oh, everything's fine. But you and I are out in the field, what do we see out? What have we done in the last 7 to 10 days that we haven't been able to do in 2 years?
We're getting people in escrow.
Yeah, but we're not only getting them in escrow, we're getting them in escrow
quickly,
easily. First offer, at list price or below list price with FHA, VA loans and low cash.
And inspections.
Long inspections.
Yeah.
Long
Shocking.
inspections. Not like 3-day inspections. I mean, I'm proud to say I haven't sold a house ever without with waived inspection that I can recall. At least I know not in the last 2 years.
There you go.
All right. However, we're doing long inspections right now. That's in the field observation. All right, going on. Boy, lots to say about that one.
Yes.
All right, listing expired 4. That's kind of high right now. Listing pending 190, sold 121. Those are all normal good numbers. Let's go on to something. Listing canceled 11.
More than twice as many as the week before.
Right, that doubled, folks. Might be an anomaly, but I would pay attention. Usually we're in the single digits. Okay, inventory, total residential 333. That's down a little bit, not much. With condo 367, down a little bit, but not much. Here's the other big number that is just kind of raising a little bit of a flag for me. Average sales price to list price is at 104.9. Okay, usually we've been as high as 108, 109% over list, or 9% over list price. Right now we're at basically 5% over list price. We're at 104.9% over list price. Buyers, that's the number you need to pay attention to. If you need to make an offer right now, it needs to be about 5% over list price. But it really depends on the house, because I think what that number's saying is, as you and I know on the field, that's why you need to have a knowledgeable broker. Who you work with matters. Who you work with matters. Stop choosing people because you got on Facebook and ask who they recommend for a broker, because want to know who everybody's saying? They're saying their cousin, their brother, the guy who works part-time at the convenience store also has a license and they're a nice guy.
Right.
Like, stop it. Do your research, choose somebody. We have plenty of videos on our feed about how to choose a quality broker. Interview 3, check their references, check their reviews, see how knowledgeable a good broker, especially a good buyer's broker, but also the listing broker is going to interview you to find out what you need. They should take the time to talk to you. Someone who just says, let's get going, you might be happy to going fast, but you're going to be unhappy when you lose tens of thousands of dollars later. Okay, there's my PSA for the day.
Or look at 50 houses that don't actually suit you. I mean, that's not necessary either.
It's not. That is not good, folks. And yeah, okay. All right. So there we go. There's the stats for the day, for this week. So let's go to this. Here's this week's topics. Let's do seller delays, because this one will be much quicker. Message to sellers. We're seeing this in the market. These stats are saying that things are cooling off for sellers a little bit. Even National Association of Realtors. Yeah, look at that, baby. Right, even National Association of Realtors is acknowledging things are cooling off a little bit. All right? And if you're a seller, and you have a buyer who comes in within the first 48 hours with a strong offer, and then you make them wait 5 days or 7 days because you have a review period, stop that. It's not my place to tell sellers what to do, but I really am urging sellers to reconsider some of these review periods we're still seeing. What's the issue? What's the problem with review periods right now?
Well, I mean, buyers have a timeline too, right? They need to know where they're going to be and when they're going to be able to be there. When you drag it out and have a really long review period, they're not settled. Plus, it is like an existential crisis to have an offer floating around in the world and not know what's going on, and there's just, it's too much.
Well, let's think about it this way. Every seller should want the serious buyer. And do serious buyers want to wait around 7 days for an offer? No.
No.
Serious buyers want to get right into contract, don't they?
Right.
So our serious buyers, they need to find a house and get it under contract because they need to move pronto. That's been my career experience. And if you're a seller with a 5 to 7 day review date, or a review date that goes over the weekend, and makes them delay from Thursday till Tuesday, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 days, folks. Think about that. What you've effectively done is you have screened out all of these serious buyers, and you have effectively screened in all the unserious buyers.
And giving your serious buyers 6 more days to look at other houses. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Okay? Yeah. So there's the buyer or seller delays PSA. So we're saying that this personal experience from this week. We have a really strong group of very serious buyers, and we had sellers who were
Gonna wait.
we're going to wait for better offers, and we provided the you'll never know if we had the strongest offer, but I wouldn't be surprised. Very strong offers.
It all worked out.
It worked out for our buyers, but man, stop that. Stop that. We're weeding out the strong buyers. We're weeding in the weak buyers. I'm supposed sure there's a strong buyer, a serious buyer who was willing to wait, but that's unusual. Inspections. Okay. Here's the other thing. Notice the buyers. We are getting our buyers in contract with inspections. Please stop waiving your inspections. Please. It's not in the seller's best interest, not in the buyer's best interest to waive inspection. Go to YouTube, watch our Washington Realtors videos by Annie Fitzsimmons on sloppy practices, dangerous practices, desperate buyers, waived inspections, any of those types of keywords, and watch those videos from she's our realtor attorney, okay? And we all anticipate tons of lawsuits coming up. Inspections are very important for both parties, not just the buyer. It's important for the seller to have the buyer do an inspection too. And you can go watch those videos to see why. That's a whole other thing to go over.
That's a whole other can
We're
of
not
worms.
attorneys. Just get inspection. However, inspections are more than just the general home inspection. You need a general home inspection, but some other things with inspections that buyers need to do are also the sewer scope.
Correct.
They send a camera down the sewer line to make sure the sewer line is okay. And if they're septic, they send a camera
Into the septic.
into the septic to make sure that the septic is functioning, so the family doesn't move in or the buyer doesn't move in and the septic fails.
That is not something you want.
That's called a horrible day.
That's a bad day.
Bad day.
That's a bad day.
Some other inspections, well inspection. So many buyers mistake the county well inspection or water test as having the well inspected. That is not sufficient. You need to have an inspector, a well inspector, come in and make sure the pump is functioning correctly and will keep working, and that other aspects of the well are working. In addition to having the water tested, and the county only tests certain parts of the water. You need to have a full well test done. And oftentimes inspectors, general home inspectors won't recommend getting the chimney inspected, and you should always get your chimney inspected. If you have a brick chimney or any other chimney, if you have a fireplace, you should have that inspected, okay? So we've learned, we had an interesting situation this week with boiler. Yeah, with
Yes.
radiant heat boiler on a really neat home, and you know, that's a unique type of inspection that needs to occur. And it's interesting in our business when people don't know about something, they just like pretend it doesn't exist. And you know, well, we kind of ran. I mean, even our buyers are like, if no one mentioned it, they assume it's good.
Must be okay.
Must be okay.
It's fine.
This is not a situation. Inspections are not a situation where no news is good news. You really need to be alert and have a broker who's alert enough to go, oh, that they overlooked that. Let's go. And so we did that.
Yep.
And Carrie really dug into stuff yesterday and sat around quite a bit and did some really boring but necessary work.
I hung out in my car.
Yeah, you did. You did. It was not fun. It was not fun. It was really, okay? So, that's a word on inspections. In a nutshell, get an inspection. Make sure you're getting all the types of inspections you need. And make sure that you're getting the inspections done correctly. Okay? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. And avoid lawsuits by getting inspections, folks, please.
Nobody likes a lawsuit.
There's no need for them. There's no
fun.
need for them. I'm sorry, and I'm going to say this. This is here where I'm going to go. Here's my. You ready?
Ready.
I'm going to go draw. If you're a client who's suing somebody, it's partly your fault for choosing incorrectly and not paying attention. If you're a buyer who's suing, wants to sue the seller because you waived your inspection, your fault, buyer. Get your inspection. Is that my tough love?
That's your tough love.
And here's the
It's your
love
hot
part.
take.
We love you. Go get an inspection. All right. I'm Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis and Keller Williams. West Sound with this week's Kitsap Weekly Housing Stats plus additional, along with
Carrie Melpolder, also the Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound.
yeah, and
Fond of inspections.
we love
They're
inspections.
great.
We love inspections. If you found this helpful, please like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave your comments below. Rip it up in the comments, please. We'd like to respond to you guys. It's fun. We love the chatter. Share the video, and we will see you here next week. Actually, I won't. I'm going to be out of office the next 2 weeks, so
It might be Joey and I
it's
next
going to
week.
be you enjoy it.
Yeah, Joey and I are going to try to do this alone
So
next
give
week.
me out, harass them, and I'll miss you guys, and I'll see you when I return first week of September.
Aw,
Enjoy
we'll
your
see you
summer,
soon.
folks. We'll see you soon.